Your brain is hiding secrets from you, secrets that shape how you think, how you act, and even the choices you believe are yours. You might think you are in control, but the truth is, almost everything you do is influenced by hidden forces inside your mind. From the very first moment you meet someone, your brain has already decided what it thinks about them in just a few seconds. It judges trustworthiness, friendliness, even attraction, all before you say a single word. Mirror neurons make you mimic emotions without knowing it, letting you feel what others feel as if it were your own experience. Decision fatigue is real. After making a series of choices, even trivial ones like what to eat or wear, your brain starts to tire, and your judgment becomes clouded. Scarcity tricks your mind, making things seem more valuable when they are rare. Anchoring biases distort your perception of numbers, value, and probability, so that the first thing you see influences everything that follows. Your habits, formed from repeated cues and rewards, run automatically, silently guiding your daily actions while you remain unaware. Cognitive dissonance convinces you that questionable choices are justified, allowing your mind to reconcile conflict without you realizing it. Memory is also deceptive. Emotionally charged events stick in your mind far longer than neutral ones, and the brain exaggerates or distorts past experiences to protect your sense of identity. Music, laughter, and even fake smiles can trigger dopamine, subtly shifting mood and behavior. First impressions matter more than you think, and body language communicates far more than spoken words, making over 60% of communication nonverbal. People unconsciously conform to social pressures, copy gestures, and mirror speech patterns to build trust. Losses feel worse than gains feel good, a bias that drives risk aversion in countless situations. Your brain constantly predicts the future, shapes choices before you are conscious of them, and creates patterns that help you anticipate outcomes. Even subtle environmental cues, lighting, colors, sounds, can guide your attention, influence decisions, and modify emotions without awareness. Multitasking is an illusion. The brain can only focus on one complex task at a time, so spreading attention reduces efficiency. Anticipation often triggers stronger neural rewards than the actual event, which is why the excitement of a surprise often feels better than the surprise itself. Cognitive overload diminishes empathy, so when your mind is crowded with information, understanding others becomes harder. Scarcity, framing, and priming are invisible nudges that steer behavior, often without your knowledge. Humans lie to protect their self-image, even in small ways, subtly reshaping perception and social dynamics. Tiredness lowers mental filters, making honesty more likely and inhibitions weaker. Visualization and mental rehearsal prepare your brain to succeed, simulating outcomes in a safe, risk-free mental space. Your subconscious influences up to 95% of decisions daily, and awareness is the key to regaining control. Gratitude rewires your brain, improving emotional resilience, while mindfulness strengthens focus and mental clarity. Even small social gestures like nodding, mirroring, or smiling significantly enhance trust and rapport. The brain loves patterns, even imaginary ones, which is why people see shapes in clouds or faces in objects. Loss aversion, confirmation bias, negativity bias, and cognitive shortcuts constantly shape judgment and perception. Your environment, choices, social circles, and even subtle cues influence behavior more than conscious thought. The more you understand these hidden patterns, the more control you regain over your thoughts, actions, and interactions. By observing your mind, recognizing biases, and noticing habits, you unlock hidden potential, gaining insight into both yourself and the people around you. The human brain is not just an organ, it is a powerful predictor, a subtle manipulator, and a master of disguise. Understanding it is not just fascinating, it is life-changing. Even something as simple as a smile can influence others more than you realize. A genuine smile triggers chemicals in both your brain and theirs that promote trust and warmth. The way you stand, sit, or even the way you tilt your head subconsciously communicates confidence, openness, or defensiveness. Microexpressions, those fleeting facial movements lasting fractions of a second, can reveal emotions a person may be trying to hide. If you learn to notice them, you can understand what people feel before they speak. The human brain also craves narrative. Stories shape memory and perception far more than raw data or facts. This is why storytelling works in marketing, teaching, and communication. Your brain organizes facts into patterns and emotional arcs to make sense of them. Did you know your brain is constantly making predictions about the future, even when you're unaware? These predictions are based on patterns it has noticed over time. That's why intuition often feels like a gut feeling. Your subconscious is already connecting dots before your conscious mind catches up. But the brain is not perfect. It can create illusions of causality, seeing connections that don't exist, or favoring events that confirm prior beliefs. This is why cognitive biases are so powerful. They protect your mental stability, but they also distort reality. Habits are another way the brain conserves energy. Once a routine is established, your brain executes it almost automatically. This is why breaking habits is hard. It's not a matter of willpower alone. Your environment reinforces habits in subtle ways. Lighting, arrangement of objects, even scents can cue behavior. Reward systems in the brain, centered around dopamine, motivate repetition. Interestingly, anticipation often gives a bigger dopamine hit than the actual reward, which explains why waiting for something exciting feels so thrilling. Empathy is wired into your nervous system. Mirror neurons fire when you see others in pain or joy, letting you feel their experience. But empathy can be reduced under stress, cognitive overload, or fatigue. That's why people under pressure sometimes behave differently than they would in calm situations. Emotional regulation, through mindfulness or meditation, strengthens neural pathways that allow you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Gratitude exercises, like listing things you're thankful for, can rewire neural networks to prioritize positivity, improve resilience, and even enhance physical health. Social cues dominate our interactions. The way someone moves, speaks, or positions themselves can communicate more than words. Subtle cues, such as mirroring gestures or nodding, build rapport without conscious thought. Humans are also influenced by scarcity and perceived value. Rare items, limited offers, or exclusive opportunities trigger a deep psychological response, motivating behavior more than rational assessment. Your brain constantly compares losses and gains, usually weighing losses heavier, which is why people avoid risks even when the potential reward is high. Memory is reconstructive, not photographic. Every time you recall an event, your brain rebuilds it, sometimes altering details, emphasizing emotions, or filling gaps with assumptions. Emotionally charged memories are stronger, which is why traumatic or joyful events are unforgettable. Music, smells, and other sensory inputs can trigger vivid recollections, demonstrating how deeply associative memory is wired into the brain. Even attention is selective. Your brain filters information constantly, focusing on what seems relevant and ignoring the rest. This selective attention can lead to inattentional blindness,